Alright, hello everyone, busygamerdad back again, going to be continuing our session gameplay series with Dice Legends. This is a wonderful pixel art game, very roguelite, very fun, very unique in a sense, but also in the same swim lanes as a lot of other common and fun roguelites. I don't want to trivialize this game does have a lot of nuance that's going on that I find enjoyable. Basically, this is like the Tamarack Trail and a little bit of like Dice and Fold, which I equated to in our first episode if you hadn't seen it, where you basically have a deck of cards and you roll dice and then you slot those dice into those cards to get all these functions and synergies and things like that going on. This game is, we're going to take a look at the demo right now. It is already in full release, but I wanted to take a look at the demo and see if it's something you guys resonated with before you spent your hard-earned money on it. We went through with our Lion Paladin, and he's the only one we have unlocked in the demo at this time. The good thing about this game is it is a good fit for busy gamers because you can pause it. You can stop and go right back into it. I had a run that I was going through, and I wanted to, take a break, get to bed, and I was able to pause and come right back into it, and that's where we're going to go into it. I had finished Act 1, and now we're into Act 2, and I'm going to bring you guys into the fold there. But I have a question for you. What did the drummer name his two daughters? And a 1 and a 2. There you go. There's your dad joke. There's your dad joke. So like I said, right out of the gate, this game is just dripping with a pixel art style that I find really appealing to me, and I hope you guys do as well. This also is included inside the combat and inside the game mechanics as well. So as I was saying, we are in Act 2. We defeated Act 1, had like a lich boss. I don't want to ruin it too much for you. I want you guys to play this on your own if you do want to delve into it. But we're still playing our Paladin character. We have a couple of pieces of gear that I'm like really excited about, the Bloody Shield, and we got a couple of new cards. The Negate card was something that we picked up last time, but then we had Guardian Angel, which is a double attack that I'm really excited to see if we can get that to work out. So we are probably going to have to play a little bit more close to the chest jumping into Act 2 because I don't know what kind of monsters we're going to run into, and I don't want to deplete our health pool in the first few minutes of the episode, as it were. So he'll do 10 damage. These are our cards. We currently actually do not have a defense card, which is not ideal. We do have a heal card, but we're already at full health. So we're going to take a hit. That's what's going to end up happening right here. As I said before, we have our dice that roll down here in the bottom. Our wonderful character, they have the ability to generate rage by dropping cards or dropping dice on the portraits. Ari is the Lion Paladin, and that's just one of the things that they can do as part of their portrait. You can change these out. This is the only one that I've really been playing around with at this time. So let's see here. I want to, so if I'm going to just attack and wholesale send it, I might as well mean it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is if I drop this 1 here, well, if I drop the 1, that's going to consume this. It's going to do 1 to 3 damage, or this one just does 1 to 3 damage, or just deals 3 damage. So I think I'd rather apply you. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's increase the damage we're going to do. Let's drop you right here and hit you for 2. Or for 4, I should say, right there. Then we can do 5 damage, just a flat 5 damage to you right there. Now, I can hold on to this dice if I wanted to. And I think that would be fine, but I really just want to actually just get as much damage downrange as I can. So I'm going to do that. They are now doing 36 damage. One of the fun things about this game is you have to read the tooltips. This is part of why I wanted to show you guys where I'm at inside the game and the monsters that you're fighting, because this game does not pull punches. This game does not apologize. So now we're going to be taking 34 damage. If you are not paying attention to the tooltips and you are not paying attention to what's happening on your character, you will die. 100% of the time you will die. This game doesn't sugarcoat it. It doesn't make it easy for you as the player. And that's one of the things in our second episodes now on the Busy Gamer Dad channel for our session gameplays series. We go deeper into the mechanics of the game. So we're going to tank the 34 damage, but we get the shield and everything like that. So you'll notice that we didn't actually take 34. We took a little bit less than 34. We took, what was it, 16. So not as bad as it could have been, but now we're going to get hit twice for 38 damage each time they swing. That's not ideal. That's just not ideal. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to drop 1 here for a double attack, and we're just going to finish the fight right here. 24 damage right there. Bam. Phew. Okay, I was actually a little concerned there. At the end of the fight, we get this wonderful monk that comes in, and she is going to open up our treasure for us. Deal 10 damage, draw a new card. That's not terrible. Resist. Your next enemy attack won't deal damage. That's a solid, like, heck you button. I don't mind that, but I also, this would probably bloat the deck. I'd rather have the stand, something that gets burned and pulled out of our deck. So I'll take that. That other one is really appealing, though. These are elite fights down here. These are blacksmiths where we can go to upgrade cards and buy gear. There's a shop here that we can buy things at as well. Campfires, they rest, etc. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to the unknown event, though. I'd like to go across the top and see what we can get. Oh no, the ever-ruining gelatinous cube. The biggest problem for all plateware, armorwares in the world is the fact that the gelatinous cube destroys your armor without a second thought. Oh, so annoying. Alright, I'm curious. I actually haven't tested this yet. So this is just a flat AoE when attacked. It hits everybody. Does that mean that we're going to get hit by damage if we do that? So I'm going to actually drop the 5 for armor right there. And I just want to see. Did it? I don't think it did. No, deals counters. Gain 6 blocks when you deal. Gain 6 blocks when you deal damage to enemy. Yeah, I think it actually did attack us. So that's annoying. That's just a little bit annoying right there. Alright, well, fair enough. I'm gonna swap you, hit you there. Yep, we block damage, so we are getting retaliated against. We are getting countered. And we're gonna just armor up and we're gonna eat 1 point of damage. But we're gonna counter. So not a bad turn around. All right, so they're gonna they're gonna buff themselves and then they're gonna get more. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. I don't have a way of. I can do the stand right there. So that's for 3 rounds, and that just cost us 1 lower dice. We do the block. Well, this does 2x damage, so let's try and reroll. Let's fish for some things. So that gave me another 4, and that gave me another 4. So nothing but 4s. All right, that's fine. So I guess what we'll do then is, yeah, I'll do this, and I'll just keep swinging at you for what I can, and give ourselves another 8 block, and that's all she wrote. That's all I got. That is a bit annoying. We don't have a way of chipping through their armor. Now we do, actually. Now we do. Alright, so we can do vulnerable, and we can do weakness and vulnerable. This is the one I want. But I can do 4. So if I do a double attack, this right here, it did apply the vulnerable. That's actually pretty good. But I also want the weakness on him too. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see if I get a 5 or a 6. We only got a 4. Bummer. All right, so we'll heal and we'll hold. And that's what we got. Yep. So we're gonna take 13. Or no, we're gonna take 10. Sorry, we're gonna take 10. 8, 8, and 8. All right. Let's see here. I can do the stand, which will be pretty good to keep going on our character, I think. So we've got this, and we can do that again. Well, let's re-roll. Good, we got the 4, so I'm actually going to do that. Right there, so now that brought that down to 5. That doesn't suck. That doesn't suck. Yep, we'll take the 2 damage there, and let's reroll. Let's see, is this going to give us... Oh, I knew it. I knew as soon as I did it I was going to regret it. We're going to hold the 5. We'll take a little bit more damage. We're going to take, I think it's going to be 12. Or no, the stand. The stand is blocking the damage. Yep. Because it didn't break through the stand value. So yeah, nice. That worked out really well for us. That worked out really, really well for us. 2x damage, so... Oh, this would be really great if we had the double draw, or double attack, but unfortunately we do not. How do I want to do this? Well, first we should probably armor up. Let me reroll you. So we got a 3. Alright, so if I do a 5 and another 5, that gives us a pretty good armor. And then I'll do the 6 for the double damage. Okay, did a little bit there, and then I mean, I could do this for is that what I want to do, or do I want to do this? We'll do the 7. We'll do the 7, and then we'll hold on to the dice, and then we'll hold on to the 3 because at least it gives us another option next round. As the mechanics for this game go, the more resources you have, usually the better off you're going to be. That's just what I've found with the game. The more dice you roll, the more cards you can play. The more cards you have, the more options you have for your dice to fill the slots. And it does let you have 1 dice saved per turn, and you do get 2 rerolls pretty much every turn. Okay. Now this is going to get a little hectic. I don't know how I can make this. So I can do the double attack, and I can do this or this. They're all 3s. So 5 and let's see, a 2. All right, well, so I'm going to use the 2 to open up the double attack. So if I do this, that'll be 15-15. That was going to be the better play. Puts him in, we'll say, threat of destroying him, and we will finish off the fight. Nice, awesome. I maybe should have done the heal. Hindsight, I should have done the heal first. I had it there and I just didn't. That was silly of me. Bloody shield. Gain block when you deal damage this turn. So, deal 5 damage 3 times. There's no block on this. Or no, deal 3 damage 3 times. But if I also have my double attack going, that gets pretty spicy pretty quick. The bloody shield, though, I think is really where I want to go. Because we have that playing into this right here. And so I think that having more armor is going to help us out in the long run. Unfortunately, we are leaning into a little bit more deck bloat than I would like. So we might have to find a way of removing some cards. Alright, so, well, first thing I want to do is I'm going to heal. I'm going to use the 4, I'm going to heal. And then this one is a burn card for our last stand. So I would like to do that. Alright, so this is going to give us the 3, and that's going to give us poison and venomous are 2 different things. Poison cloud 6, and this is venomous. When we attack him, we get poisoned. Poison bypasses armor, unfortunately. Let's focus on you first. Yes. Right there. And then, do I want to do, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this right here, and I'm going to do the stand. There. So if you have dice that you're like 1s or 2s that you're going to save, I would caution you to say don't do that. Don't save them. Actually put them into the build up your rage, because this is the sleeper mechanic for your character. Building up your charge deals 1 damage extra every round, and it can be quite potent. If you dump all 4 dice in here, that's another 4 damage. I don't have a situation yet where those builds come together for myself, but I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm not saying that they're not out there. So I'm going to try and reroll. If I get a 6, well, we got a 2. That's not ideal, but that gives us the weakness, and that burns everything. I would really like to finish this one off and just take the damage that we're going to take from the poison. I mean, let's just do it. Let's get the poison on us. Yep, there it is. And then, I mean, deals, yeah, let's do it. Let's get this out on the board so they do a little less damage, and we're a little more covered. We're going to take 6 damage at the start of the next round, because like I said, that bypasses armor. As it should. Poison really should bypass armor. I don't begrudge that. I just find it a nuisance. Alright, so they have those on them. Every time we attack, we're going to get damaged. So if I do 2, and that's just going to do a flat 7, but it's going to do it 14. Right? Yeah. So there's that. That's pretty good, actually. And then they're going to hit us for 6. We've got armor for 6. We got the bloody shield here for 2. So let's just do that. And then we'll hold on to the 5 for next round. Alright, did we get anything out here? No, we didn't really get anything that's worth it. Unfortunate, but we got enough to finish him off. So that's what we will do. We will end the fight fast and furious style. Alright, keep on walking through. Get 2 dice. Not bad. And we can save one of them and dump the other. So I'm actually going to grab that. And I say dump the other, we can pump our character up. Alright, what do we got here? What's our event? A pirate's life. At first you hear a strange song. Something about the sea being the only thing a man can truly love. I beg your pardon. I thought it was only me and the monsters here. Do you know which way to the sea, oh matey? Or the sea is matey. Oh wait, is that a potion bottle? He seems like a cool pirate. Why not share your spoils? Gain 100 gold, lose a potion. You miss having someone to talk to, so you invite him to rest together. We get some health back, 25%. You always wanted to arm wrestle a pirate. Gain. I want to do the arm wrestling because this is probably way better for us. I mean, the health is fine and all. Let's do the arm wrestling. Let's see. Let's roll the dice and let's have some fun with it. So these little things are really just, I love them. They're just fun little like Baldur's Gate style kind of rolls, and we fail. Oh well. Alright, well there's fun little adventures abound. And we have to fight the pirate anyways. That's just ducky. Quack, quack. Alright, let's get this bloody shield going. And 5, 5, and 5. You know what? Sure. 5, 5, and 5. We got past the armor, so yeah, the counter is just kind of super annoying. But the bloody shield is thankfully taking the brunt of the counter attack, so that's good. That's part of the reason why I built this, because it's just one of those things that it's the meta knowledge for the game as I got into this, where having some mechanic that you can lean on that either gets you health, builds your armor, or builds your counterattack are really what carry you through the game. And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, but it seems like you need to have those unfortunate quintessential styles. So we're going to use that. We're going to heal up for 3. And then, do I want to apply the weakness to you? And then damage it twice? I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because that's just a smart play, right? Let me do this right here. That's the max amount of damage we can do. So you'll notice that we're rolling only 1d6s. That is what Ari has available to them. They don't have the d8s or the d12s that you saw at the title screen. So that's it. That's all you can do for them. We're going to hold on to the dice and we're going to click next round. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we got our shield. Get 2 dice and that's a burn card. Stand. We don't really have anything that I want to play. Alright, so I'm going to save the 6. This isn't going to help me. I'm going to do the stand. I'm going to do the armor. And then I'm actually going to dump these 2. There. And now our attack is that much more potent. Alright, negates a thing. Enemy debuff won't be applied. I don't really have... They're not really doing anything. So, just do the double attack and do the 6. And then, let's see here. I mean, 1 through 4 times 8. So that's going to give us the max amount here. So, and we have the stand going, so we're probably pretty covered for a little while. I'm going to hold on to a 6, and I'm going to actually dump a 6 into this. So you notice it only goes up by 1 every single dice we drop in there, so you really would be better off dropping your 1s and 2s into this portrait. Let's see here. So we have another heal that we can do, so I'm going to do that right out of the gates just to get that in there, and then 2x damage. I mean, this should finish them off, right? No? Pretty close. Pretty close. And then we got the 7. That's going to give us there. And then, ouch, we took a little bit of damage there. And then they're dead. And we still got retaliated against. That just sucks. That just sucks. Alright, what potion did we get, by the way? Extra block. Okay. Gain more block from cards. Lose 5 HP. No, not it. Nah. I have 1 reroll, and I'm not wasting it on these. Nah. Alright, let's see what this event is about. Hopefully we don't lose our shirt here. Half horse, half man. You look like you've seen better days as a horse. I'm thankful for the human undead. They are simple and mostly come in one size. Is that a weird thing to be thankful for? Sure, but not if there is a half horse in front of you. Alright, so we can try to race him. How fast can we go? We don't really have good agility. You've always wanted to mountain hunt to try climbing it. Gain 2 strength, lose 1 intelligence. Alright, that's fine. He swings at you, but you're ready with a protective spell. His sword strikes your head, but it can't be too serious. Can it? Gain a random hand item. Lose a blue card. Ooh, that's a... We could lose any one of our blocks. I mean, that might be a really good thing for us to do. With a 14% chance for success, we get a random item for our hands. I'm torn between B and C. Let's do B. Because if we lose a random blue card, that might help thin the deck. And the item might be crazy. Crazy good. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. And we get it. We get it. Nice. Awesome. So what blue card did we lose? We got our stands. I don't think we lost anything. No, we didn't lose anything. Is it because we succeeded? What was our hand item? Eye shield. Enemies with weakness deal... Oh, okay, so that works well. We have a bunch of cards that apply weakness, so I'm on board with that. Let's keep going with the combat. Oh, wow, he's going to shield up this round. Well, let's just get that on ourselves right here. Sure. We're going to hold... Yes. Yes. Alright, double attack. Burn, get 2 dice. So... Doesn't really... What are you going to do? Add temporary cards to a player deck. That's just rude. Oh, that's just rude. Alright, so I need to thin this out. Alright, so I'm going to... I don't want to do this. I could actually just... drop all these here because he's not attacking me. Oh, this will work out really well for me. So if I do this right there and 1, 2, 3, so we get 6 more damage when we actually attack. Or I can do 4. Yeah, let's do it that way. So let's do this. Let's use you here. You there. Yes, 36 damage. Nice. Good. Nice. And then, what was that? What were those cards? What were they? Literally does nothing. Burn. Okay, great. And now he's going to hit me for 7. So we got the heal. So I'm actually going to take the heal now. And we have 2 for block. We do have the stand going, I think. No, we just have shield going. Okay, so I need to hit him. And hard. So let's do the vulnerable. Right there. And let's reroll. Let's see if we can get a higher shield. Got a 6. Nice. So that's going to help tremendously there. And what do I want to do with you? Just do the 19 damage. Get some damage on him while he doesn't have a shield up. So he's going to hit us twice. Yep, we're going to take 3. That's fine. We got a little bit of retaliation. Alright, double damage. Stand. Alright, so I'm going to do the stand. Just to get that on ourselves and get that out of our deck. And then, yeah, I mean, that's going to hit you for a big chunk of damage. And so are these. So why would I not do this? I'm just going to lean into this round of just hitting you hard. Yep. And then he's got 10 armor. And then what's he going to do? He's going to put more random cards in my deck. That's just annoying. That is just annoying. Well, I'll just do this. This. Get those out of my deck. Do this for as much damage as I can do. And just shield up. And hold on to the shield. Yep. He's going to put 2 more in my deck. As wonderful as that is. Hooray. No, he's going to hit me for 15. The stand should decreases the amount we'll receive by 3. So if I do stand 6, that's going to bring us down to, yeah, we should do that. We should do that. There. Done. And then, how do I want to handle this? This will be 6. He doesn't have any armor. Yeah, so I think what I'll do here is I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I think we win. Yeah, we win. Okay, I didn't have to do all that prep work. Nah, I felt like doing the prep work. Hey, I'm sorry for disappearing on you like that. You seem genuinely remorse on her face. What did you want to talk about? It's nothing. I need to keep going. The die. You seemed to want to grab it. Why didn't you? You noticed that, huh? Look, Greenhorn, this is potent magic. The one thing that can change our destiny. I'm drawn to it, but we know we can't use it. It feels like it belongs to me, but I'm unable to take it back. But you're doing great, so let me focus on assigned roles, okay? Being the teacher. You nod slowly, still not fully understanding. So there's a narrative here. I'm not going to say that I that I'm understanding it all, but I like where that it gives us this narrative. Oh, this will be huge for us. 1 HP every time we block. We will be dang near unkillable. I'm going to take that. Why did that not give it to me? I'm very confused. Or did that add it to my loot pool? No, it's right here. So I got to swap this out. Yeah, I'd rather have that. And then we're just walking around like... Yep, okay, cool. Awesome. Deal damage equal to our block. Gain sacrifice. What does sacrifice do? I don't know what sacrifice does. Lose 3 dice. Gain. I'm going to do... Well, I really don't... I mean, we had a couple of turns with really nice blocks, so I'm going to take that one. We can take the campfire. Where are we at? We're at almost half health. We do have one more campfire before we get there. I'm going to take the campfire. I'm going to still take the campfire. Practice, select 1 buff, restore 40 health. I'm going to restore the health. And then let's go over here. Caution. Caution. We'll do... Alright, so they're going to apply a debuff. I'm actually going to do that. So that does not get applied to me. And then... What do I want to do? Damage them all. I could finish this guy off right now. Yeah, do it. Yep. When he died, he did a thing. If I hit... So, this guy's every time when I reduce his HP, gain 2 charge when you reduce his HP. So he's going to hit that much harder, so I have to be very careful about how I handle him. And then gains 8 charge when attacked. I think this guy is still the better one to take out. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we got some good armor going. 14, and we're still going to eat some of it right there. Okay. Well, right there. So, yeah, okay. We're going to do the stand. We're going to get the bloody shield. We're going to apply vulnerable to... This guy's getting crazy. Can I finish him off? I can't. This round is gonna hurt bad. Yeah, hit him. And then shield up. Yeah, this isn't gonna be good for us. Ouch. 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 Oh man. Alright. Deal damage equal to our block. 2x. Okay, so let me think here. If I can get a 6. I got a 4. And another 4. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Alright, so let's do the double attack. Let's do this. That'll finish this guy off. Get him out now. Get him dead. And then deal damage equal to our block. So if I do this one and I do this one, there we are. Love it when a plan comes together. Nice. Awesome. Negates, deal 3x damage, but oh, that's not, nope, that's not ideal. Apply weakness to all enemies. Weakness, do we have something? Enemies with weakness deal 50% less damage? That's, I mean, yeah, I'm going to take that one. And then I really need to get some of these cards out of my deck. I really, really do. Alright, so we're going to go down to here. It's dreadful here in this cave. Everything is wet. And you always have to look where you step. I'm too old for this. He's talking to you like he absolutely expected you to meet again. Sorry, I wasn't being considerate. Perhaps you like it where there's no sun and dampness everywhere. Not really. Not really. Isn't it odd that we run into each other so frequently? No, I'm gonna do this one. Well, you got me. We seem to be heading in the same direction, and since you get rid of any dangers on the road, it's safer for me to follow you. Here, he makes a gesture for you to come closer to the fire. He has something. Oh, refused. No, I'll take the dinner. 40% of our health. Yeah, get us back up to 98. Absolutely. So you'll be noticing that we have actually picked up some potions, and every fight gives us money. It's not really clear in the game mechanics that that's what's happening, but that's the case here. So now I'm going to go into the fight here. This guy I have yet to beat. I'm going to be honest with you, I have yet to beat. And I'm not going to beat him on camera. I want you guys to try and play this demo on your own. This was our second episode for Dice Legend. I hope you guys like it. I'll have a link for you guys should you want to pick it up for yourselves. So in this episode, we went over the game mechanics and what things are going on with Ari, our paladin. Basically, this game's mechanics are all center around having the resources to either generate dice or generate cards to use the dice in. One needs to feed the other and vice versa if you're going through and building up a deck. You need to make sure that your deck bloat is under control. This game is very punishing if you are not working towards a common goal or a common theme for the RNG, such as a block build, which is what the game seems to be steering us towards, or some type of counterattack build or something like that. But this was busygamerdad. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a look at Dice Legends with me. Our third and final episode will be my closing thoughts and if the game is worth a pickup for the busy gamer. Hopefully see you there. Bye.